I'll go first on this. That is blasphemous. That is blasphemous. How dare you? How dare you say such a thing? That is insanity.
What's up, YouTube? Alex here, aka Intch95. Some of you guys may or may not know me. I'm here on MegaCapitalG, G's channel, and I'm doing a fun video for you guys. For those of you guys, if you guys know who that is, this is a picture of the individual. Hopefully some of you guys can recognize them or just know who it is. If you know who it is, you get bonus points if you comment down below and like this video for MegaCapitalG. And go show him some love. He does great work with this channel. I love his channel, one of the few channels that I check out on YouTube. But anyway, if you guys don't know me, my name's Intch95. I have my own channel. Hopefully Randall will have the link here, and hopefully by the end of this video, hopefully whether or not you guys like this video, I'd really appreciate if you guys come check out my channel, because I'm actually doing a video right now with Stephen A. Smith on some cool tips on how to make an extra buck or bucks or hundreds of dollars or profit in this game, whether it deals with bulk or, you know, specific card profit versus cash profit, you know, things like that. So I want to discuss that. I don't know how long this video is going to be. I tried filming it a couple times. Sorry for the shaking. I'm like having fun in my chair, no homo. But I'm going to hop right into it. The first thing I actually want to get into is actually being you know, this is assuming you already have some kind of fund as far as you're starting some kind of base level, whether you have, let's say, a minimum of $100 to $150, for example. One of the best tips that I can give you guys is actually going out and whether you have a collection or not already, one of the best ways if you guys want to make some investments in this game is actually buying collections, which is recently I did this as an example. Right now, I bought this collection a couple days ago, maybe like 4 or 5 days ago, from a good friend of mine. He needed some extra cash. I helped him out. And, you know, one of the best ways that I can show you is, and I'm going to just tell you guys in advance, I bought pretty much everything in this binder, minus like a couple cards in the back, maybe minus like 20 cards, for pretty much $100. There was other cards, I flipped them for like cards of the same value or their value that same day, but I'll just give you guys an idea of pretty much what I bought for $85 because I made $15 back. I pretty much bought all this for $85, you know, Veilers. It was an ultimate cataster. I traded it for, you know, a secret and some other cards. The Ultra Book, Exhibitos, these, you know, just the first page is almost that much, you know, and if you go on, this isn't a binder video, but I'm just giving you guys an example of all the stuff that I got for dirt cheap. And basically this is dirt cheap because I know I can flip it. Some of the stuff, yes, there was bulk, you know, some synchros and some other stuff that I probably won't be able to flip. Like all this stuff I probably won't be able to flip, but like I said, it's not a trade binder video. The reason I'm saying a great tip for you guys to make some profit in this game is buying collections is because a lot of people, when people tend to buy individual cards, like for instance, if someone was buying a Book of Moon, let's say someone valued it on anywhere from $25 to $30, that's typically the average, for instance. If I were to buy it in a collection or a multitude of cards, more people are more likely to give you a discount. On everything, you know, if people, you know, let's say you valued a playset of, I don't know, Veilers at 8 each, for instance, in which case, let's say they're going for 8 each right now, like supers, right? Someone, instead of valuing the set individually at 24, they could value them at 20, or because you're buying their whole collection, they could value them at 5 each. So pretty much every time you buy a card or you add a card to a specific trade, the value goes down, in a sense, because people are more likely to hook you up. Especially it works great with friends or even just people that have massive collections or bulk. And that's the other thing I want to talk about. You can buy any people's collections and flip them for any amount of money, whether you use eBay, online sites for the bulk and binders, in which case, for instance, let's take a couple cards that I probably know I won't be able to move. For instance, I probably won't be able to move, you know, let's see, what would I not be able to move? I probably won't be able to move these Nordic cards or this Mara of Nordic, you know, all these Nordic cards. I probably won't be able to move this Power Breaker, all these other random cards back here. Now, what I would do with those is you would go either online to places like Troll and Toad, eBay, make auctions, go even Troll and Toad. Even if you get these cards and you sell them for $1 each or 50 cents each or 10 cents each, all those cards are going to add up because I'm sure everyone has a ton of bulk, which is basically cards that are really low value, usually near unplayable, or just cards you're looking to move in general, but you're going to struggle with moving. So you're going to do that, buy collection, buy bulk from people, and you're going to go and move it. and you're gonna think at first, well, hey, if I bought this collection for $100 and I sell just the bulk out of it for maybe, like, let's say I sell this whole, these 18 cards for maybe like $4, for instance, lowest value, I don't know, like bulk pricing, like just because it's commons. Let's say it wasn't on a store's want list or a person's want list. Let's say I sold it for like $5 to $7. The fact that you already sold it already means that you're gonna come up, because you invested a low amount of money for a high value in cards, logically, right? And you're already making some of that portion of money back by getting rid of those cards, because YuGiOh, like monetary value as far as cards, cash value, secondary market, and actual cash value, it's cash value in it is obviously worth more. The value of cash is worth more than cards, obviously, so you'd rather have cash than cards. So that's one of the best tips that I can give you about buying collections. And you can do that. Now, another thing you can do is, I know tons of people have bulk at home. Like, for instance, I pretty much sold all mine. For instance, I have all this stuff right here is bulk. These are all cards I have to sort out. But again, buying cards in bulk from people, whether this is what vendors do consistently. I personally am a vendor, so those people that know me from my channel, they know I vend. I buy bulk. And some people are like, hey, you're trying to stroke me. You're buying all my crappy commons and rares and hollows for, whatever amount of price, whether it's 10 cents each or 1 cent each for commons or 20 cents for secrets, ultimates for 35 cents, whatever it is, right? That's a great way to actually make profit. And you're going to put it this way to people. And it really actually makes sense when you look at it. You're buying cards off people that are highly unmovable. And by doing so, you're stuck with unmovable cards. However, going to online sites, making your own auctions for, lots of a lot of cards, not like a lot, like a huge amount, but a lot as in, a group of cards that are either randomized or for whatever, people buy those. You can go to Troll and Toad, Ideal 808, a lot of those other sites. I know ARG buys stuff. And that's the main thing that I wanted to say about bulk, because bulk is just a great way to make profit in this game, because if you invest a really low amount of money, you're probably going to make that amount of money back, but you're probably going to make a little bit of profit. A little bit of profit here, a little bit of profit here, $5 here, $5 there, $2 here, $2 there. That accumulates over a while. And people don't look at it that way. People in this game tend to look at things more. They don't look at it what I like to call the Gestalt principle, which is basically in psychology, if you guys don't know what that is, it's looking at something as a whole rather than the part. And looking at something as a whole, the timeline of you generating money, $5 a day for a week rather than just $5 a day. And you're like, that's not a lot of money. But if you make $5 a day for maybe, let's say you go to locals 3 days a week, you made $15. And then you don't want to look at it as, oh, I only made $5 one day. You want to look at it over a cumulative amount of time. So buying bulk, one of the best tips that I can give you guys is buy people's collections. The cheaper the better, obviously, but it helps people out. It gets you great connections. Buying and selling bulk is just great. If you guys want more information about this, I'm going to be holding more tips on how to make money in this game. People know that I constantly always buy other people's stuff. And trading is kind of a thing of the past, because people would rather just have money and flip overall value. Buying and selling is a faster way to move value along, both to the retailer and consumer. So it's much easier to do it that way rather than trading. Yes, if you pick up a great trade and you pick up, I don't know, someone's secret tour guide or some random card for $5, that's great. Or for a random crappy hollow, that's great. Do that. But buying cards and trading and selling cards is probably the best way right now to make profit in the game. And people, again, are starting to move into that aspect of, I'm just going to, I'm still going to trade, You have to be open-minded when doing those kinds of things, so I just want to stress that. And I know some of this is kind of vague, or some of you guys already might know this, but a lot of people forget that buying and selling bulk and collections is probably the best way to make money in this game. Because when you do that, if you invest, I don't know, $50 into some random binder and you make, $60, $70 in bulk, you could potentially you made that profit, obviously, that $20 margin of profit, and you could probably invest that $50 into another card that's actually worth something, or a deck or whatever, and you still have $20. That $20 profit that you made is pretty much the amount that you paid less of. Let's say I bought a binder for $50, sold it for $70, and then I tried to buy a secret rare tour guide currently for $50, right? I pretty much only paid $30 for that secret tour guide, because that $20 profit that I made it mitigates the part of the the card's value that I would have initially paid. So hopefully that makes sense. I'm sorry this was a long video. I'm going to be doing a lot more discussions like this on my channel. If you guys, again, don't know who I am, my name's Alex, also known as Intch95. I want to thank Randall for letting me do this. Guys, please go check out my channel. He'll probably have something in the description or annotation somewhere here on my channel. Here, let me see if I can find a link to, yeah, I have a link to it right here. This is my channel. I am a partner for those guys that know me, and I'm just trying to network. I don't really do video swaps very often. I let people come and post videos on my channel all the time. I haven't done it, so I wanted to do it on, oops, random advertisement. But yeah, go to my channel. I have pretty much everything you could want. Lately, I've been doing a lot of live streams. I've been communicating with my subscribers, doing some miscellaneous alternate art here and there. I do deck profiles, random events. I do, you know, obviously I do video swaps. I am a vendor. I don't really post trade binders or anything because people just, if you want something, you can come to me and get it, ask. Just PM me an offer or whatever. You guys can, I do tip videos in the game, you know, tricks and whatnot. I do a lot of deck profiles. I do some events here and there. I have, you know, a lot of stuff for sale, count cases, everything. I do discussions, old formats, GOAT formats, retro decks. You know, I do constant things. I do updates. I do crazy deck profiles, deck of the months, anything you could possibly think of. Look at that, box tourneys, openings every now and again. So yeah, I have a plethora of things you guys could probably enjoy on my channel. I'm sure, you know, I let a lot of other people, you know, look at that, Mickey Vlogs. I let MegaCapitalG also post on my channel somewhere along these lines. You know, and I think someone can find something on my channel. So I'd really appreciate if you guys could check out these links or the link in the description. Go check out my channel, and I'd really appreciate if you subscribe. Whether you like this video or not, please give it a thumbs up for Randall. Don't hate it because he posted someone else's video. So yeah, I'd really appreciate it. Thanks again. Please thumbs up this video and click some stuff for my boy Skip Bayless, as I like to call him. I'm the white Stephen A. Smith, Stephen Alex Smith. He is the black Skip Bayless. So yeah, Intch95 here on MegaCapitalG's channel. Peace, YouTube. Thumbs up this video, and yeah, that is blasphemous. Thumbs up.